today. Jason Myers.
Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And we are This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no run back on this one. So the new season will begin at the 25-yard out for their opening drive. They will be led out by the former Heisman Trophy winner back in 2016. Always a handful to contain, Lamar Jackson.
Allow me a second here to gush, because in his college career, the only player in NCAA history to rush for over 1,500 yards and pass for over 3,500 yards in a season, and he did it twice. Heisman Trophy once.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. And incomplete. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12.
Third down and 12 yards to go.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the
big shots later if he occupies their attention.
They'll look to throw. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 46-yard line.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Back to throw again. And that is incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder. You think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the 1st down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking 1st down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a 1st down.
Not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offensive move a little bit.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Play action. It's Jackson. Flush to his right. Fights loose. Oh, what a juke into Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up.
Well, let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play. But prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's the option. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
A 1st down carry for Henry. A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Derrick Henry. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down. On now is the kicker, Jason Myers, for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Myers able to knock it through. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead.
3, Lions nothing.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Brings up 2nd and
5 now. Jackson, that's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
The tackle.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, Jackson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen. Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Now I'm out here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. They go play action now. Jackson going for the ball.
Big play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
14 yards. Brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 2.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
The Lions into the red zone for the first time. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. All-pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the 1st. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop it before he could get to the marker.
So out comes Justin Rohrwasser in the field goal unit.
A 30-yard attempt.
Rohrwasser's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3.
That ties the game at 3-3.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That's about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now.
It's 2nd and
they'll run with Henry.
Derrick Henry, the ball carrier.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Draw play. This is Henry. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40.
Derrick
able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
On 1st down, it's Henry. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A give to Henry. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Intended for Derrick Henry. Incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. And I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out and out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see.
Brings up second.
From the 22, Jackson. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson now off the bootleg. This to Jarwin. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson looking middle, and that's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 21. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Jackson going to run.
And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Second and 8 coming from the 19.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Jackson from the shotgun. The tight end Jarwin with it out on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. And to give this time to the tailback. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
The kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here.
Operating from the gun, Jackson eluding the press, and he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run, and the Lions have taken the lead.
Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the football.
And open up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
And it is up.
The kick is good.
And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Packers offense set to go.
Just a lone field goal for him so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10. At the 20-yard line.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for Green Bay. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 15. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Lions will take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the second quarter.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Jackson. This one to Jarwin over the middle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 36.
Operating from the gun. Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Given back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we see both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. And I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the ball on me.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Lions, first down.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
2nd and 2.
And Jackson throwing once more. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 16.
1st and 10.
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Hey, we often talk about defensive ends setting the edge, sometimes even the outside linebackers. But how about here? This is a cornerback essentially setting the edge and finishing off that play for a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Jackson now. From the gun, he'll throw. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
Well, surprise, surprise. 1st and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak, no running play. They decided to throw for it, but the pressure got to him quickly and put the quarterback down.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Jackson now. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Blake Jarwin there to make the grab. And the Lions add on to their lead.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack in the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
Rohrwasser on PAT.
It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Gain of 8 brings up 2nd and 2.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First down.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Derrick Henry, the ball carrier.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
4. It's now 2nd and
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
And 6 yards to go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Henry's got it out on the left side. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And problem spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. He's thrown for a touchdown. He also ran for a touchdown, so they have to count for a guy that can do a little bit of both.
And because of that, that puts a defense back on its heels. Because normally you just think, okay, he's going to throw the ball. Let's tee off, put a little extra pressure on him. But when he's able to either escape or run with the ball and design plays, that really changes what you try and do on defense.
Yeah, you certainly can't forget about the arm, that's for sure.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again, Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fielded just inside the 20. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Going to throw right side here, complete.
And he is going to have a Packers first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Myers' kick is good. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting Jags who are out in front. The Jags looking to get their season off on the right foot. They've got the lead on the road. Lastly, let's head to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. See what's happening with the Bengals. And it's the visiting LA Chargers who are out in front. Carson Wentz has thrown a couple of touchdown passes there. In the game you're watching, we've seen a strong first half out of Lamar Jackson. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll make it second down.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 30-yard line.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They'll run on first down. Henry. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
from the gun. It's Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Jackson. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today.
Field goal. A 32-yard attempt.
Rohrwasser's kick is good.
And that will get the lead up to 14.
Makes the score Lions 20, Packers 6.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
21-yard line.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
At the 23-yard
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I think they want to start getting back into this.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And into the end zone. A scoop and score on the fumble return from the Detroit touchdown. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone.
Rohrwasser now for the point after.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over.
And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive. Then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
They'll let the QB keep it here off the option.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now it's Henry. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
It's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
On the crossing route, complete. That's Bowers.
And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the
first catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side. Strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. 2 yards makes the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. And dropping for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. This is Henry. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20.
And Detroit getting set to go now. They're continuing to rock and roll. And at intermission, you know, maybe sometimes you fear after such a good first half of a letdown, but that wasn't the case.
And what I remember most about being in those situations is exactly what you're talking about. You almost have that sense of satisfaction. You're like, we're doing really well. I remember one time someone saying, winning's fun, but so is playing really well. Why would we want to do otherwise? That was the message, to keep the intensity up, to keep things going. And that's exactly what we're seeing here from this team.
Yeah, it's helped them extend their lead. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
27-yard line.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
Jackson.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Detroit. Averaging over 50 yards of punt so far as this one's away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Off the option, he'll try and run with it.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
A 20th carry down for Derrick Henry. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
At the 46-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
They see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Gets this one to Hill. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further as they get him down well short of the line to gain. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
Detroit's offense ready to take over.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd down.
From the 27, Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball.
And he loses the football a 2nd time. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
The 38-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin.
Jackson.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
And some things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible. Hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his out.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Ball carried by number.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. The 30, 10. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. Yeah, so hold the phone here, Charles. I'd kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, it's certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 27-13. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
For first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field.
And they sit in a good spot, having the ball back after the fumble recovery and up 2 scores in the fourth quarter.
On first and 10, it's Jackson throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Blake Jarwin, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
Second and 10 at the 20.
Throwing again. Jackson, and he comes back with one complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Here's Jackson off the bootleg. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13.
And 13.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, Jackson finding some room at midfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Jackson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
For Blake Jarwin. Incomplete.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
This to Jarwin. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Fourth down.
He's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
The pass.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 at the 45-yard line.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
The throw right sideline here is complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Flushed out right. They'll try and run it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Fred Warner in on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 24-yard line.
Throw left side complete. That's Henry. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Now a handoff to Henry. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Okay, so thought they might go for it here, down late. Instead, they trot out the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 37. And Myers able to knock it through.
Good kick.
And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
Lions 27. Packers 16.
So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind, it's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
At the 23-yard line.
Play action. Now Jackson. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Jackson sacked.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. Now it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
Here's Thomas Morstead now. He's been terrific so far. Look at the spin.
Balance.
The danger of a punt that good? A 16-yard return.
And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
The pass.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Now this one is tight end out on the right side. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Jackson from the shotgun. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. Jackson given 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Brings up
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he is going to have the Lions first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That burst good for 20 and a first down. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And a give this time to the tailback.
And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Now a handoff here to his running back. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. And now right right out of the 2-minute break. We'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll try to run this one in. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Packers pick it up. And he'll take it all the way out near the 30-yard line.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
No, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
19 yards there on the catch and run. Oh, my goodness, he loses it again. And this is scooped up by the Lions. The 20. And that might just cement it. Return for a late touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Justin Rohrwasser now for the PAT.
And the lead is up to 18 now. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his...
Now the Packers get set to go.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Henry's got it out on the left side. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock. And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Lions, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.